Hey guys, so coming in today for today's CC Deserted Factory, which is this one. Now unfortunately today's contract is a forced boost, which is horrible, but it's better than the alternative. The worst thing I've got selected for my daily contracts is the reduced deployment points. Outside of that, the group we're going to use is Myrtle because of those reduced deployment point gain. Scavenger with skill 2 because I want some nice early attack power. Cliffheart with skill 2. Now you can sub Cliffheart in with Snow Saint or Rope, doesn't matter, skill 2. The reason I'm using Cliffheart is because her skill 2 is pure damage, whereas the other two are arts and physical, so Cliffheart's the preferred of the three, sorry. Perfumer for a map-wide heal. It's also handy because Forced summons ballistas, so I think it's better to have an AoE healer, like at least one. So obviously you can substitute Perfumer in for any other AoE healer. Single target healer, I'm picking Gavial because, again, Gavial's a bit tankier. So if anything goes crazy, hopefully she'll survive. A standard sniper, so Jessica with skill 1, you can replace her with anyone. Exusia. Greythroat. Amia with skill 3. I'm using Matoimaru. Matoimaru will be tanking forced shots. The reason I've chosen Matoimaru obviously is because of her immense health pool. That's the only reason, and I suppose the other main reason is basically because she does decent damage and it really doesn't cost anything to her. I mean, she's just health. Utage, because Utage's going to be who's working on forced. Cora as our primary tank, so Cora skill 2. Shirayuki, skill 2, and Ethan, doesn't matter which skill you use. You can use skill 1 or skill 2, doesn't matter. Ethan, you can also sub in for, what's her name? Manticore, if you'd like. So if you're going to use Manticore, use skill 2. Outside of that, that's it. So let's throw down and work through it. Now, understandably, you can sub out Matoimaru for someone like, I mean, if you want to make it super easy for yourself, bring Blaze. Vanguard's in first, obviously, so Myrtle in first, then Scavenger. And they'll be attacking over the top of one another, so they'll both be attacking this tile. After that, we are going to throw in Amia facing across, and Jessica will follow. After that, Perfumer facing up. Now your puller here on the back tile, and your puller is going to be having to do some funky work, so be kind of mindful of what's going on everywhere. So what we're going to want to do with all these guys is as soon as they step off the tile, use the skill, and that'll pull them back, and in Cliffheart's case it'll stun them as well. So then we're going to pop Gavial in, and I'm just going to wait a little minute, and I'm going to use Myrtle's skill so I don't catch him as well with Myrtle. And now, because I'm obviously running out of my 2-block Vanguard's capacity here, I am going to deploy my first tank. I don't want to, but I may have to. Definitely gonna have to. No, I'm not gonna have to. Something died in there. It's annoying. and Shirayuki here. Shirayuki you can also replace with people like Meteorite, W if you really want to go that high up. Just make sure you keep cycling that deployment point gain. Make sure you keep grabbing these swordsmen. And I think that might be the end of Myrtle. So I'll just pull Myrtle back now anyway. And we're going to deploy Ethan here, facing down. And that's the end of I'll wait until Scavenger kills that one. There we go. Pull Scavenger back, and now Matoimaru is going to go here, facing up. So as you can see, those shots, they are hurting Matoimaru, but as long as nothing else is attacking her, which nothing should be, she'll be fine. And so Force should now use his bigger attack. Nope. There it is. So as you can see, thankfully, I caught that before anybody healed her. Matoimaru will only... Now, look, my Matoimaru is quite high because I leveled her all the way up for something else. But as long as Matoimaru is safely boxed in for the time being, which she will be until Force becomes active. As you can see, he's cloaked at the moment, so we can't get him. The shots from this ballista will be hitting Ethan, and that's it. Well, the shot from this ballista will be hitting Armia. Now you will have to watch Armia's health. It can get a bit dicey. If you notice anyone falling behind, because both your healers can hit her, just use a skill. Outside of that, Matoimaru should only comfortably lose maybe 2/3 of her health at worst. And your healers should be able to top her up before Force comes in again. So there we go, my Matoimaru is back on full. And I'm just going to use the skill now to help clean up all these enemies. Oh, Ethan's caught someone. Now look, I don't really find myself using Ethan's skill a whole lot. So it may be worth your while using skill 1 with Ethan. It really depends on where you find yourself, I suppose. And now, these elites are where things start to get a bit real. You kind of want to dance Korra's skill around them. There's no nice way to do it. So I'm just going to wait until Force uses his big attack, and then I'm going to use Matoimaru's skill again. So there it is. Matoimaru's skill. I'll use Perfumer's skill to top everybody up. I'm going to hold off on Shirayuki's skill, and I will use Ethan's skill just to try and delay this guy. So, Force is out of stealth, so what we want to do now is I'm going to let Ethan's skill run its course, basically until this first elite dies, which I don't think I grabbed, but that's okay. And then we're going to pull him out, and I don't want to catch this enemy here, so I want to wait. And then deploy an Utage, and use Armia's skill as well. Just use as many skills as you've got available at this point in time. Now, unsurprisingly, you saw everyone went down. Well, sorry. One person went down, Utage went down, that's not an issue. The idea is just to get as much damage down as possible before everything goes awry. because Armia has a tendency to just attack whoever the hell she wants, so we're just going to keep using Perfumer's skill, because now Matoimaru is getting whacked by this ballista, so she's going to be taking a lot more damage. And there goes Armia, her skill's expired. And now it's pretty key to mind this elite. Once again, because I was talking too much, I forgot to grab him. But because of that, I can deploy Myrtle here because he's entirely healthy, so he isn't enhanced at all. So I can just use Myrtle to delay him as long as I need to. So because Army is out, I can deploy Ethan again. I'll use Matoimaru's skill, Aura's skill, Shirayuki's skill again. Even though I think Shirayuki may have just, yep, everything's just come out of her range. So Utage's ready again. So as soon as your puller is in range, we're just going to start attacking. And we're just going to drop everything in again. So everything here's done. We're going to yank every... well, yeah. That's what we're going to do. So I made a number of mistakes, obviously, because I was too busy talking. But as you see, that's how you do it. There's wiggle room. Obviously, the more with those two elites, obviously, Cliffheart delays them substantially from where they were, which gives you, especially with the second one, it gives you a lot more time to clear out enemies before they come through. Now, again, ideally, if you really want to make this easy for yourself, you swap out Matoimaru for Blaze, and that'll just make things so simple for you. But yeah, that's it. So I hope that helps out. If it does, like, subscribe, and join me on Twitch. Thanks, guys.